Hello everybody, Chris and Tanya with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal, how the tables have turned. She's driving this time. So we gave a quote for a 2-bedroom kind of cluttered apartment a couple weeks ago. It was the previously quoted for $7,500 if you saw that video. And we gave the quote and we were kind of looking forward to doing it like right away. It's for a guardianship, so there is a little bit of a barrier in between us and who's paying us. We did our follow-ups every couple of days, a week and so, and he finally came down to it. He's like, all right, we got the go-ahead. I'm like, great, I'm gonna send you over an agreement I need you to sign, which is our contract, because it's a larger cleanout job and you know there's some things not going and we don't know how that is. And he's like, I cannot sign that myself, I got in trouble last time. I need you to send me a copy and I'll send it to the attorneys and lawyers. They need to review it, sign it, and send it back, and who knows how long that may take. And we were like ready to go out the door to go start this. So I said, all right, well, we'll check in with you. Keep in mind they want this done by the end of the month. Today is June 30th. So just for fun, I messaged him this morning and said, hey, any update with the agreement? He said, no, not yet. I said, all right. So I assumed we weren't gonna do it. Called me back an hour and a half later and said, okay, I got the approval to sign it myself from the lawyers and attorneys. When can you start? And I was like, is it the same time frame? Because it's already noon. You know, do they still want it done today, or can we like extend this a couple of days? And he said kind of just as soon as possible. And I was like, all right, well, you know, we can start it today, do a couple of small loads, and then we can finish it tomorrow. And he's like, okay, perfect. So we're over here again, restarting that same plan originally. We were gonna go there with the pickup truck, run a couple of small loads because parking isn't friendly, and then go back tomorrow either with the trailer or the U-Haul and finish off. And he called me back and said, hey, sorry to put you through the ringer again, but they want it done today. They want the keys in their hand by tomorrow morning or something. And I was like, that's stupid. That's a larger job to do in one day. So we got a U-Haul. We're going to pick up right now. Tanya's gonna drop me off, 20-foot U-Haul. Now, parking isn't the best. We're gonna basically park in the middle of the road, and then cars are gonna have to go around us, and hopefully we don't cause any accidents. It's not what my first instinct is to do. So that's the game plan, and we'll see you when we get there. So because I don't have my truck with me when we go to these jobs, when we have U-Hauls, I like to bring certain things with me. Number one is a battery starter pack. You can get these on Amazon. I got this a couple years ago from a referral from somebody else. It's already come in handy a couple of times versus having cables. The problem with cables is now you have to rely on somebody else to help you jumpstart your car. This does it for you. You charge it once. It lasts like probably well over a month. So I always bring that with me in case the U-Haul battery dies, which isn't entirely impossible because usually the doors are screwed up and the lights stay on and then all of a sudden the battery's dead. Happens all the time. We're doing pretty good on time. It's been like maybe 2.5 hours, sort of, and we're kind of like 75% done. So the kitchen is pretty much done. I have all the cabinets empty. We just got to get this little guy here. This is built into the wall. Fridge and freezer are empty. Just got to grab these two guys, the chair, the bag, and then this whole kitchen is done. And then I have to confirm if we're taking the carpet or not. Everything here is all bagged up, ready to go. We're just gonna go through real quick and clean up the leftover items. So like everything's bagged, like there's a box there, there's a thing on the ground, like little things. We're just gonna make sure they're contained, so that way when we are towards the tail end, we don't have to be like, oh crap, here's more bags, because there's little things here and there. All these chemicals are staying. These are all ammonias and things we don't take. Gasoline containers we're not touching, except for this little guy. Take this guy next to the bed. We got one bed out and two dressers out, so we just got to get lost a little bit there. This room is pretty much done except for the rug and two things in the closet. So we're just kind of going through and grabbing all the little stuff, and then we're going to try to get it all in one load. If we have any leftover, we'll just go pick up the pickup truck and come back and grab as much as we can. But we should definitely be done today, and we won't be done as late as we thought we may be. So really happy my helper was able to come out. We'll toss him some extra bucks because he's kind of saving us on this. It's crazy they wanted this all done in one day though. I told him too, it was like 2 days. He's like, oh, we need it done today. At 1. Crazy. Trying to squeeze on the last little bit. We're gonna come back with the truck and trailer, park this exact same spot, load up anything else. All right, this is pretty much everything here. So we're gonna go drop off the U-Haul, pick up the trailer. All these cabinets are empty. Empty, not taking that stuff. So it's just what's right here. We already got the speed patch, so when we do come back, it's quick and easy to grab and load. So got this little bit here, chemical staying, bathroom's done. We just got this little bit here. And then I'll grab this just so we don't have to come back in here. And that's everything, so we'll be back within an hour. All right, that's a wrap.
You're videotaping.
Yep.
I did all.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
All right, job is all done. Luckily, our 1099 was available today because he basically ran and packed the entire truck Tanya was bagging up stuff, and I was kind of just bagging and moving things around on the inside. So we owe a lot of it to him. But this was a kind of annoying situation because we've been waiting for this job for weeks, and we could have done this over the weekend. And we had all these different ample opportunities for stuff. And I've checked in with this guy multiple times, and nothing. Oh, they're not ready. They didn't send it back yet. I checked in with him this morning. Hey, just checking in. It's the end of the month. It's literally the last day of June. This is when they wanted it done by. And then a couple hours later, he was like, hey, we're good to go. I got permission to sign this. I was like, why couldn't you do that last week when we were ready to go? And I was like, what's the time frame? Because today's the 30th and it's like 12 o'clock. And he was like, oh, they still want it done today. I was like, dude, really? Because like in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, if they had to go with another company because we just said, hey, we're not going to be able to do this in one day, it's crazy. What is the likelihood that they would find another company with the manpower and trucks available to get this done between 12 and 5, for example? Because any franchises are probably booked up. So they would have to find somebody who just happened to be available and happened to be able to just take on a clean out just like that.
I wouldn't charge more.
Yeah. Like, we didn't charge anything extra for this. We had to come out to get a truck, which we kind of anticipated it, but we also were like, okay, if we can do this over a span of 2 days, we don't need to anymore. But here we are. And then I had to have our 1099 come out for a few hours. So, a couple of extra expenses on our end. But, it is what it is. It happens. But we got it done, and not really a whole lot of donation in there.
Nothing.
Yeah, the first day we were there, I was like, all right, like, this is like, it's cluttered, but it's not like dirty. It's not like, you know, like bad hoarder.
It looked like that typical New York style, like, apartment with just a ton of shit, but not like livable.
Yeah, but
you're wrong.
Like, on the surface, I was like, okay, it's a lot of stuff, but we could probably donate a lot of it. And I think even some of the comments when we did the estimate were like the same thing. But when we went back to reconfirm the estimate after the whole agreement situation that we had a problem with, as I was looking at more stuff, I was like, you know, this couch isn't really in great condition. This desk is falling apart. This big cabinet, its back leg isn't even there, it's resting on the wall. A lot of the stuff is actually kind of dirty and old. She lived there for like 50 years.
Yeah.
She was the first like resident in this little complex. So we got a much better view of it once we started moving it. Termites everywhere. Everything is falling apart, just disintegrating as he moved it. So, needless to say, I think if we are going to be donating anything, it'll probably be a couple of bags of clothing that Tanya was working on.
Yeah, her clothes weren't bad. Some of them were stained, but a lot of it was still in good condition. And able to donate. She had a ton of suitcases, like 12, I think.
Had to be like 10 or 12 like old school Samsonites.
Yeah.
And like places don't even want those for donation.
Like briefcase, suitcase looking things.
Yeah, they don't even want them. So, and some of them are kind of stained, so they're probably just all gonna get trashed. So overall, I mean, it was a rushed service, but I mean, we technically got it done in 5 hours, including driving back home to pick up the trailer and coming back here. So I think I quoted like 3.5 loads or 3 loads, plus bagging and labor for this little stupid sidewalk thing that we had to deal with. So it is what it is.
You got the junk though.
Yep, it's a good ending to June. It'll put us at our above good mark. We have a need mark, a good mark, and then a great mark. And we have been at the good marks or above this whole year so far. Even like at the last couple of days, we're like, oh, let's say we're gonna be at the need mark, and then all of a sudden, boom, something comes in, and now we're at the good mark. So we haven't quite hit the great one yet. We were like 400 off, or 300 off. So we're hoping that comes in
July.
in the next couple of months. We're gonna be going away for like a week in July, but we have a pending clean out for a New York couple that we quoted like almost 5,000. Yeah, almost like 5,000 for. So that's gonna be a 26-foot U-Haul, 1099, and that's gonna be a lot of just running stuff. That would be a more likely, like most things are probably gonna get donated except for like the couch, dining room table, the real big pieces, but everything else, good to go. It's a pretty clean house. So that's gonna be it. We're tired. We're gonna go to Kabuki, get some
No one knows what that is.
Kabuki is a Thai restaurant that has sushi as well. We know the manager now. We've been telling all of our networking friends, like, hey, let's go here for dinner and do like our one-on-ones. And we told her we were gonna start bringing people in. She let us put our cards by both front desks, like by the front door and then by the takeout too.
When we went there, they were still there, so it's not like it was a gimmick.
Yeah, and one was on the ground too. And she's like, oh, somebody just grabbed it as I went to go pick it up.
Jackie's calling me, speaking of network people.
Okay. So we'll see you guys next time.